Hey there guys, Slyfox Kynyo here with the next episode of Final Fantasy XII. So as you remember from last time, we have just gotten onto the Dreadnought Leviathan. And we have Princess Ashe in our custody as well, or in our company, I should say. And it looks like there's nothing too much that I need to do before we begin, so let's go kill some people. This episode's going to be a little bit weird, because in this area you have the ability to have essentially an unlimitedly long fight with the Imperial soldiers, and the chain will continue stacking in certain areas. So there's going to be one point, either in this episode or the next, where I'm essentially going to put down the controller.
Wait, a word of caution before we set out. See that red web of light spanning the passageway? It is a mechanism to detect intruders within the ship. Break one of those beams and an alarm will sound, summoning the guard. The alarm should cease after a time, but it's better to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Come, Her Majesty awaits.
Like I was saying, so you have the ability to essentially have infinite fights with these assholes, and at some point I will, because it makes life so much easier to do some of the trophies now, like getting the really high combo chains. It's much easier to do it now than it is to do it later. Yeah? And so, if to, belabor the point a little bit, womp. And this is what happens. You trigger this alarm, you wait around a little bit, eventually, there you go, assholes will come running up to you. And it's only a few at the beginning, but it's consistent, and that's the key. Is that it is consistent, that you can continue to do this as long as you need to. So, if you guys will be oh so kind as to humor me for a second, I am going to do a little bit of grinding at the beginning of this episode. Hopefully we won't have to do it too much in the later episodes. Later episodes of this little string. And then we shall continue from there, alright? So, I will be right back. With unlocking our final bulkhead, I believe we are ready to actually progress into this area. It looks like a large circular area, and you do have the ability to kind of do the runaround in this area. Here, let me pull up the main map. As you can see, that little circle that goes all the way around. So you do have the ability to get everywhere, but if you went in a straight line, you'll get to where you need to go. And the only thing is that there's other things that I want to do before I get there. And I really don't want to kill that Mastiff because that will reset my counter. So I'm going to try to avoid killing the Mastiff as long as possible because I'm very close to one of the trophies in this game, which is a 50 kill streak. Never mind, the Mastiff's going to cause a problem. Okay. Well, fuck. Alright, I'll be back when I'm ready to run through that door. I'm so close to 50. God damn it. Nope. No. Ball to your turn, your gambit's back on, please. Thank you, and then... Antidote friend. There we go. Yeah. Very close. We're at a 49 combo right now. We just need one more. Just one more, and then we can stop this. We can stop this madness. Actually, I'm just gonna hover around this area because this is where I need to go next anyway, so. Come on. Come on. Just give me one asshole. One more asshole to kill. One more. There he is. Hey bud, it's your lucky day. You get to be my 50th kill. Oh look, and 51 came along just for the fun of it. Haha, there we go. There's my unrelenting trophy and my 51 kills. Alright, now that that's done, we can actually go into this door and rescue Lady Ashe. But before that, we have a lot of LP to spend. So please excuse me while I spend my LP. Alright, now we are ready. And you might notice that I put Bosch in the lead, and that might be a curious pick to you. But Bosch is my lowest level, and I like to go into boss fights with my lowest levels leading. It just makes life easier. Because then when they die, the big guns come out. Yeah, I've been killing dudes like
Fear
you
not
for the
their
last
numbers.
bit.
Take down the leaders and the others will follow.
I'm not afraid of their numbers. They should be afraid of us. Oh, you poor little thing. Oh, you poor little thing. Was this supposed to be a hard fight? I'm sorry. I seem to be destroying you. Oh, you blocked two of us. That was very good. Too bad it's not going to do much for you or your friends. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. It sucks to be you, doesn't it? I'm sorry. Whap, whap. Pran, why are you facing away from everybody, just repeatedly casting potion on yourself? Oh, because he's just attacking. Okay. There we go. Very nice. Ooh, 7-hole LP. Congratulations, as if we just achieved something like monumentally hard. This area has much harder enemies to come. Don't congratulate me for the bullshit ones. Don't be pandering, game. Don't pander with me. The #1 brig key. Must be the only one unlocked then. Let's go. The bulkhead is locked. Well then use the frickin' key! Game logic. Oh look, how coincidentally they put in a save point, and a map, and a place to buy items. It's like they're preparing you for a hard fight or something. Imagine that. Alright guys, so do excuse me while I do the saving thing and the everything else thing, and then we shall be right back. Okay, we've got everybody all bought and everything else. So, let us continue with the game.
You are unharmed?
Vossler,
Majesty.
It's nothing. I'll be fine. You...
Come on, let's go. What are you waiting for? Penello's still out there.
We should hurry. They won't be long.
We will talk later.
Alrighty, and this is where I have a lot of different opinions than other people, because first of all, you can see Ashe has a fuck ton of licenses, and her default equipment suggests that she should be a longsword and shield user, right? I have issues with that. Like when you have Penello in here, that gives you a katana user, and then you have your two ranged users, Balthier and Fran, and you get your two two sword users, Vaughn and Bosch. So your leaders are Vaughn and Bosch, your ranged are Balthier and Fran, and then you need a damage dealer, which is Ashe and Penello, which means, by that logic, Ashe should be a katana user. And a lot of people get really mad at me when I say that. And the fact that the white mages are getting to the point where they can't do much because they have fucking rods, which don't get me started on why that annoys the hell out of me. But yeah, the fact that white mages can no longer, like, because when I played this game originally and the license board was open to everybody, like everybody, like, you could just fill out the entire license board and build out the characters however you wanted. That was really cool. The fact that they destroyed that makes me very upset. Alright, I'm gonna go with, I think, a black mage. I think this is the one I'm gonna go with. Just because it seems to be what will fill in the holes of what my current party is missing. Yeah, we've got a bunch of the other option would be the red battle mage though, and that would give me more options across the board. But it limits greatly the black and white magics that can be used. Yeah, like the white magic is really limited on this guy. But you can wield Ragnarok. Interesting. God, it's a hard call. It's a hard call for me, guys. It really is. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the black mage because I'm gonna go with the fact that we need that heavy elemental damage sometimes. So I'm gonna go with the black mage. I know it's an off-the-wall pick for Ashe, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If I don't like it, I can always go back and change it later. So I'll be right back once I fill in her board a little bit. Alright, now that Ashe has been kind of filled in, the next thing we have to do is set her gambits. Now, since she's a black mage, there's going to be some really interesting stuff going on here. So let me fill it out and then I'll show you what I mean. So, what you see here for a black mage is a loadout from top to bottom that keeps people alive, because that's always the first priority of all spellcasters, right? Is to keep people alive as best as you can. She won't get Cura, but Cure is very handy, and eventually, as Cure doesn't do enough healing, we'll drop that HP percentage lower so that she's not constantly casting, right? Okay, now the first thing you see is that whoever has the highest magic power, MP, in the fight, we're going to silence them right away because they're probably a caster, and as you get later into the game, that becomes more and more true. So that should be a single cast once it hits. If this turns into one of those things where they can't hit, I'll just have to disable that. So, you know, it's one of those things you have to toggle in your gambits. Now you have your weaks, and that's pretty much okay. If anybody is weak to any of our main elementals, use that elemental attack to fuck their shit up. And if they're not weak to anything, hit them with your sword. Yeah, and then of course, as you drop lower than that, if there are no enemies and we need to heal our MP or our HP, do so. So the logic here is that she is our main damage dealer to anybody who is weak to anything, essentially. These gambits will continue to grow as we have more gambit slots and more things that we can cast, and what she will cast will change. Like foe flying needs to get Ariaga'd or Ariode, depending on if we have those. So that's all a thing now. I'm going to just open this guy just to make sure that there's nothing of great import in here. I'm going to save one more time, and that will be the end of this episode. So, since there is nothing in this room, I'm going to end this episode here. We now have Lady Ashe in our party. We now have our established black mage / damage dealer, and that will be very helpful for us in the fights to come. So, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, and remember, through gaming, we can change the world. Slyfox out.